Fired up.
It's already on.
We're going.
We are live here from the Mount Razor residence.
Yeah, my name's Dennis. We're here looking for information, maybe giving information on Alzheimer's and just, you know, day in the life of Dennis and Terry. We've got two little babies, two baby girls that are 1 and 3, and I've recently been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. 48. Yesterday I said I was 47.
He's 48.
I'm 48, and yeah, young looking, acting, and yeah, unfortunately, we got hit with a big bang not too long ago. Just have the information that we got from our neurologist was wasn't sorry. It was.
This is one of the things that Dennis struggles with his Alzheimer's, is coming up with words.
Yeah, so as far as the information that we have at this point is that I'm diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and that we kind of got that I'm going to remain kind of at this point or digress maybe a little bit over the next 3 to 5 years. I noticed this maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3, maybe 4. It started kind of showing itself, and it's just kind of progressed since then.
Okay, so Dennis went to his doctor, his first family doctor, and explained to the doctor that he's having issues remembering things. He's having issues retaining information, and the doctor suggested that he see a neurologist, which was in-house in the same building that his family doctor was at. And Dennis met with that neurologist and gave him a brief history, and the doctor said, okay, well, we'll send you for a CT. The neurologist said he'll send him for a CT MRI scan, and that took a couple months for that appointment to happen. So we just kind of played the waiting game with that, just waiting to have the scan and then waiting for the results. They didn't call us back the results. We had to make an appointment to go back to see the neurologist to discuss what was on his MRI. And the doctor there, the neurologist, barely gave us the time of day. This is the second time that we've seen him, and Dennis talked about his symptoms. And the neurologist pretty much had his hand on the door on his way out while we were still talking to him.
We had questions to ask.
And he didn't give us the time of day.
We were prepared for a conversation, and this guy, however, you know, he looked like he may have been doing this for a while, and maybe it was getting dull for him. I don't know, but at the end of the day, when we walked out,
we didn't get any answers.
We didn't get any answers.
He pretty much told Dennis that the results of his scan was there was a little blip on there, but it's nothing to worry about. Dennis gave him the history of Dennis's concussions from before and any factors that might contribute to Dennis's memory loss. We've explained that all to the doctors. We wrote it down and said, this could be it, this could be it, this is what we think it is. And then we didn't get any answers. And then after we saw the neurologist, we went back to his family doctor, and his doctor suggested a sleep study. And then there was something else, maybe a medication, but we didn't feel like that was the right place for Dennis to get help, because he didn't seem like he was getting any help from that doctor. So I looked for another family doctor in my clinic that I go to, so that's where Dennis receives his care for just general medical issues. And that doctor, the new doctor, we explained to him all Dennis's history again. Dennis has ADHD as well, and he was on the new doctor prescribed medication, new ADHD medication for him that might help with his memory, retaining information. It kind of helped Dennis maybe in like the first week. You were kind of just, he had like a little pep in his step.
I always have pep in my step. What you talking about?
He had more pep.
Like,
Yeah. So his new doctor gave him a prescription that didn't work. So he referred him to a neurologist and another scan. No, he didn't get another scan. He referred him to another neurologist. So we met with that doctor last fall, and he told Dennis that it could be a psychiatric issue where Dennis might need to see a psychiatrist rather than a neurologist, but that was after the PET scan that Dennis recently had. That was the plan, was to see the psychiatrist after the PET scan. But it turns out this new PET scan, they compared it to the one that Dennis had in November 2021, and that's where they noticed some changes. So the doctor said that there is going to be a medication that he's going to prescribe to Dennis, that he told Dennis, you're going to be the first ones that we're going to prescribe this medication to. Um, Maybe because you're in the early stages that it might work a little bit better. Um,
also the fact that I'm so young.
Yes, because Dennis is so young and it's early. And but the medication he was talking about, it's not approved yet in Canada.
We decided to reach out to family. So first was my mom, I believe, and um,
Your cousin.
and my cousin Carrie, who I'm close with, and her family, and my mom will delegate who she tells, which would probably be my brothers, and we're just giving information that we have as we get it.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking to my doctor in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, on Friday. Today's Monday.
Yeah, so we'll have more information. Pretty much game for anything, um, as far as if it can give me more time. So the whole idea here is to be able to be with my family as long as I can, and to try to keep my brain working throughout that time as good as it can. So I mean, it's kind of weird and it's really new. I think I've mentioned that, like, there was a couple days, the first couple days, where it was hard for me to wrap my head around it, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of ups and downs throughout this, but while we can, we'll keep it as even keel as possible. And man, I'm just playing with my kids like I normally do, and Terry and I. It's been mentioned that, like, we joke around a lot. We have a lot of fun on simple things. What was that?
I don't know.
Do we have? We've had a couple mice in our house lately.
Yes, and
So every time I hear something, like, I think it was a bag out there with cardboard, I'm thinking about there's a little mouse in there that I'm gonna have to stomp dead. Well, what else do? You hit it with a shovel. We're in a house, right? So, I can't shoot him with a BB gun. Plus, my eyes aren't good enough to hit him anyway. Yeah, so I think most of my family knows. I kind of sometimes wonder if that scares people away from talking to me. which is cool. I get that. Like I can understand. Or if it's just um, they need time to figure it out, think about it. For me, like I might have mentioned before, that I got pretty upset for a couple of days. Um, I was crying a lot, and this is what upset me when I told you that I was actually crying about this situation. Is I'm gonna lose a lot of years that I was hoping to have to spend with my children and my family. We have just started building a little family, and for this to come up, and for this situation to start now, it felt to me like it was it feels unfair,
Yeah.
and so I'm upset about it. I cried about it for a couple days, literally, talking to family members and being upset about it. um and then I just decided that, like, let's just make do with what we got, as long as we can, and hope for more time. 'Cause that's all I can do at this point, is just hope. I know that I've got belief in my neurologist. He's young. He's um, uh, like, for me to compare him to anyone is hard, but I feel um, good about uh, uh, my neurologist.
About the care you're getting. The one thing about his neurologist is that he's in a practice, I guess. Like his dad was a neurologist too.
His dad is a neurologist
Yeah,
in
his
that
dad.
practice, so
Yeah,
it's a family thing, a family business or
just yeah, the office. Him and his dad
office
were
that
both at
they
the same
share.
office.
He's been right on things. He's not. I don't feel like he wants nothing but the best for our family, and
And
that's the biggest thing for me.
yeah, and you could tell that it was kind of hard for him to tell you that news or tell us that news because we had our 1 year old daughter with us that day. She had an appointment later on. So she was in the office, and you can tell that
I
it
said
was
to
hard
him,
for
"What am I
him.
supposed to do with this?" I was crying in that office with my little baby there, saying, "What do you expect me to do with this?"
Mm-hmm.
She's 1 years old, and that's, like I said, that's kind of what I've been upset about. I want to be with my family. I've been down a lot of roads. I've had years of alcoholism. I've been an alcoholic. I went and got help. I've straightened myself around. I've found and met the right woman most days, and we hit it off very good. And this little family that I've got now, it's not that I feel like I deserve it, but now that I have it, I'm not willing to let go of it. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my 48 years. It's just what I've got right now. And I have been very appreciative about it. And I know how lucky I am. So this was a kick in the nuts. And we've cried about it. And now I'm moving on to how can I what can I do? How can I help? And we think we've got a good circle around us that we can continue to move forward and hopefully find, a way to get some extra years out of it.
Just a
Um,
little hopes throughout the day, like just I don't know. Like it does seem unfair. Like it's happening to Dennis, and Dennis is the one that's going through it. But as a family, like me and our daughters, like my mind goes to thinking like I'm gonna have to look after these girls once it gets worse for Dennis. So I need to be able to reach out to to different groups and stuff like that. Like I've signed up. I've joined a couple groups on Facebook and just kind of read through their comments and stuff like that. And I don't know. I'm not looking forward to what's gonna happen. Like I'm just trying to focus on what, like today, like me and Dennis went out for a little drive to go get a bunch of snacks.
We went for groceries, just so you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were snack hungry, so.
Yeah, so that's where my mind is at, thinking like how, like, I don't know. It just like it makes me upset and sad too to think about how the girls, how old they're gonna be, and Dennis doesn't want to look into like Dennis has an idea of what's gonna happen to him throughout the years. He doesn't want to look into that and um, see what's gonna happen because it's just more upsetting.
I'm not looking at, um, what do I got again?
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's, and I'm not looking up what am I going to look like in 2 years, or how bad a shape I am. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I just don't want to see it. Um, I feel like positive energy is the only way to go right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's what we're trying to do, and so um, the other day I decided to put my big boy pants back on. I had quit woodworking in my garage, which was a way for us to make extra money, and it was just getting too hard for me. I couldn't do it, and I mean, it's not rocket science what I'm doing. I used to build kitchen cabinets. I used to, just about anything, and now I'm doing signs, which is quite a bit a simpler sort of product, and I'm having problems with miters and stuff like that that just shouldn't happen. Just as of recently, this is before I knew anything what
Mm-hmm.
was wrong with me. I was
Yeah.
just like, I'm a shaking, and my
Getting pretty
brain's not
frustrated.
working,
Yeah.
like it's like holy. So now that I know what's going on, I decided to pull the tools back out, and I I'm not the type of guy that's going to sit in the house and do nothing. I'm not going to sit and watch TV. I grew up a worker. I want to try to, help my family as much as I possibly can. So I've started cutting and sanding there yesterday, and I need something to do that occupies my mind, other than what's coming, what's my future. I want to have some kind of say in it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's me, and that's who I am, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm stubborn.
Like a mule.
Mm. I love you.
I love you. Just let me rest my chins on you.
My shoulders aren't big enough; they're round. A lot of people come square across. Not this guy. He's got like a round physique. Round here too.
So ice cream.
God damn it! I was joking. I'm not that fat, am I? Fucking call me fucking fat. God damn it, son of a.